Welcome back. Today's account comes from Bawtry in Doncaster, and that's in Yorkshire, that's in the southeast of England, and it's on the other side of the Pennine Way from me. And the Bawtry account is one I keep revisiting over and over. The witness is now a friend, and I think that because not only is she a lovely lady, we also shared a similar experience. I was also 15 when it happened to me, and a strange face peering at you from the trees and bushes can be alarming as a child, but I think this witness handled it in a much calmer way than I. Her friend reacted in the same way as I did, ran scared all the way home, but Jay didn't. I think her biggest emotion was curiosity and a need to know more. And Doncaster and Salford are very similar places. They're working class towns, but there's many small areas, there's croplands and old abandoned waste grounds that when left for decades return to nature. And there's lots of little small woods and places, streams, brooks. It's quite a nice area once you're out of town. And like most working class areas, still holds pockets of decent woodland and small eco habitat. And this account is only a very short walk from Kingswood, which is a lovely place, near to Tickmill, and many small streams that connect to the River Trent, which is an important river in England. We get the spring tides there. It's a lovely place if you ever get the chance to visit. But this is what Jay had to say. This is what happened to me one afternoon playing as a child. I saw something so strange, it remains with me to this day. Pardon me. The face in the foliage that I and a school friend saw happened around the time I was 15, approximately in 1972. We were playing truant from school, also like me, and messing about in an abandoned sewage works, known locally as Dead Dog's Island. We noticed a face watching us from the brambles. He or she was lying flat, hidden well in the bushes and grass, so I couldn't see a body, and I have no idea of size. But what we could see was the face. It was hairy and looks like the Green Man pictures and art that you see, as if he had foliage on his face or was using it to mask his face and hide. And his skin was dark. He had small dark eyes and he was just looking at us. My friend was frightened, but I was interested. It looked like the foliage was being used to disguise his face somehow, or it was a mask made from grass, twigs and leaves. He didn't try to move or approach us in any way, and we just ran off, and he didn't try to follow us. And as far as I know, he just stayed in the brambles. I can still remember it as clear as day. I wasn't scared, and I wanted to know more, but my friend running left me there alone, so I quickly followed her. In the same area, within a year, myself and my brother were walking home, and we realised that we were being followed in the trees and bushes off to our left. And it was a dark night, and we caught a glimpse of something that had orangish eyes, and it growled at us from the bushes in almost the same area. The Bawtry area of Doncaster is circled by many old cave systems. There's lots of megaliths, there's ancient barrows, ancient wells. There's even an ancient trackway very close to this account. And it just seems ideal. It seems like a very similar sighting to the ones that come in, where the figure that they see is very close to an urban area. And I think that's for a number of reasons. One is, as we build more and more on the new towns, on the outskirts of towns, obviously we're taking up more green belt, so we are building homes much nearer to natural woodlands. And I also think that as a child, you do play out more. You don't have your adult responsibilities, do you? So for many of us kids that grow up in the cities and on the estates, the woods and the fields are where you head for to play, in the streams. It's, it's free. You can go out there all day, and most of us, take a bottle of water and some jam butties when you're little in the 70s, and that's what you do. And that was quite normal for children to do then. And I think Jay handled this really, really well. I mean, she was obviously stayed with her for a long time. And it was only about 4 or 5 years ago that I spoke to her. We found each other and we were speaking, and we realised that we had so much in common. I mean, even the figure I saw had amberish orange eyes, but I saw him in the daytime. I didn't see him at night, so I couldn't say whether they glow or not. But certainly an interesting area. So if you're in the Bawtry area or you're in Doncaster and you fancy having a look about, maybe that's a place that you could head to. There's lots of cave systems there, so be careful. You know, don't go doing anything silly. Just, you know, have a look around and see what you can see in the area. And if you find anything interesting or you just want to chat, just you can find me. I'm always on YouTube or somewhere. So until next time, thank you very much for listening. And I'll bring you another sighting shortly. And goodbye.